Changing minds one thought at a time.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Changing Minds Online. This is normally our Sunday night inspirational call, and for those of you who listen in every week, we've been having a few technical difficulties, so thank you so much for being patient with us. It is Monday night, and we are still excited to bring you some really great information on tonight's call. Akina, we have something really exciting to share with our audience, don't we, tonight?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Why don't you just break it out for them today, Jess?
Awesome, guys. Well, tonight we have had, first of all, we've had so many questions over the last really few months, and Akina is just amazing at social media, and really due to everything she knows and everything she has taught me, and we've really just have taken off on social media. We've reached so many people, and one of the biggest questions we actually have gotten from our fans is, how do you reach so many people in such a short period of time? One of the things we hear, and one of the compliments we hear at Changing Minds Online is just, you guys are building so quickly and reaching such a great audience. For me, I love that because we are just so passionate about what we do. I mean, Akina and I, we just eat, breathe, sleep, live, just really empowering women, and we love to help change people's lives. I mean, our lives have just changed so much since we've decided to become entrepreneurs, decided to really just engage in a whole new lifestyle of personal development, of balanced living, and just really just taking our life to this amazing and outrageous level that we never saw possible. And we're so passionate about doing that. So here's the thing. If you're listening into this call tonight, I know that you are one of those people like us who says, I really want to play a big game. You wouldn't be listening to this call if you didn't have something really extraordinary that you wanted to do. And the thing is, if you're going to grow a business online, if you're going to inspire people, you need to be able to reach a really big audience. The more people that you reach, the more lives you're going to impact. And, you can tweet that. But really, it's true. And it's not only about, getting a bigger audience for your show or getting, a more customers, but it's really, we are in the business of changing people's lives and empowering people. And the more attraction we can get on social media, the more people that we can reach. And that's why I'm just really so grateful for all of Akina's knowledge and expertise she's passed to me and really just put into our show, really making it the success that it is. So, Akina has taught me just so much since this has started. And Akina, I just want to thank you for that and just acknowledge you publicly. This really, I couldn't have done this without you. And really, if you're listening to us and you found us on social media, I mean, Akina is the reason why you found us, and I just really want to acknowledge her for that. And she's taught me so much, and I said to Akina, we have to write this down. We have to teach this to our audience because everyone can benefit from this. And that's what tonight we've decided to do. So tonight we are so excited, so proud to launch an ebook, and it's about branding yourself on social media. It's called How to Brand Yourself on Social Media, What to Do and What Not to Do. And we're going to just share some tips tonight about what it really is to create a brand and really how to use social media successfully to build a business. And we have all of the strategies in this ebook. We're going to tell you how to get it when we're done. But before that, we just want to talk a little bit about why social media is so important for your business today. And Akina, I want to just ask you to really just cover that for our audience because you are an expert in it.
Well, thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate the acknowledgement. I've been doing social media since 2008, and it is a true joy. It's definitely a joy to work and be social online and to build communities that you may not be able to build locally. And that has always motivated me. So definitely thank you so much. And the importance of it is to make sure that you are being authentic and putting yourself out there and putting your business out there in a way that attracts your audience. That has always been the point. And a lot of people like to post the way that they think they should post or the way that they would write copy. But the trick is to really write copy the way that your audience will resonate with it. And that is where all of the, the gurus, so they say, have really gotten their niche. They have really targeted and streamlined and honed in on what their audience wants, to the point that they know exactly how to really grab the people. And they know exactly what their audience is looking for. So when they make the copy, they get tons and tons of engagement. And then, of course, the engagement, then you can take offline to your website, and then, of course, it can convert to sales. But the first thing is to get the message out. Jessica, I know that in the ebook you talked about getting the message out. What tips do you have on that?
What I really want to stress to people over and over and over when it comes to social media is really, if you have a brand, and everyone says to me, well, I don't have a brand because I don't have a company, or I don't know what my brand is. But the bottom line is that you have a brand, and just like you go to a logo, you see a logo, right? You see the Coke logo, or the Pepsi logo, or the Nike logo, whatever it is for you. And I don't even know why I thought of Pepsi and Coke first, right? I don't even drink those things, but you see these logos and you immediately know what they are. Well, the truth is that you want to brand yourself in a way that when people think of a certain type of, whether it's a motivational quote or whether or not it's an image, that they think of you, right? So you want to be very consistent in what you're posting. If you want to reach a broad audience on social media, you have to post things of value. And this is what I talk to people about all the time. So many people tell me, and especially network marketers, I'm a professional network marketer. It's my full-time career. So all the time I hear this from people. It's like, well, I really, really want to just sell my product, so I'm just going to over and over and over, and I'm going to post all these calls of action. And you know what? You do need to post a call of action, right? There's nothing wrong with selling things if you stand behind your product and you want to do those things. But the truth is, people are not going to follow you to see a sales pitch. People follow you when you start to add value to their life. And people ask me all the time, well, what is the main reason for social media? What is the main thing that it does? And this is what I say. For me, my main purpose for using social media is to add value to people's lives. It's often said that successful people are the people who add the most value to people's lives. And automatically, when you are entering the relationship with the world, that my purpose in this world, my part in this world is to make it better, well, you automatically get taken care of, because when you make the world better, you get to live in a better world. And again, you can tweet that or quote it or Facebook it, and it's really true. So for me, when I post things on social media, I don't say to myself, well, what is going to get the most likes? What's going to get the most attention? How am I going to get more followers? How am I going to get more, friend requests? I don't think about that at all. I think, how can I add the most value to people's lives who I know are interested in and invested in what I'm doing? For me, and Akina and I have different passions and purposes. I'm a runner. I'm constantly posting valuable information about running onto my profile. I participate in groups all the time, and I'm adding value to people's lives. People will say, okay, what should I do? It's my first marathon. Well, I've run 9 marathons this year, so I'm qualified to answer those questions, so I answer them. And I don't do it in a way of trying to get anything out of it. I just want to add value to people. And the bottom line is, I have more than 5,000 friends on Facebook, or I have 5,000 friends. I'm cut off on Facebook for friends. And as of right now, at this exact moment, because I have my social media open in front of me, I have 4,055 people that are following my personal page, in addition to the 5,000 friends. So that's over 9,000 people that are listening to what I'm saying. Well, I do not send out lots of mass friend requests. A lot of people in network marketing, they'll say, okay, well, you can't send out too many friend requests in a day because you'll go to Facebook jail. And, so we'll only send out 2 on Monday and 3 on Wednesday. And they come out with all these ridiculous, really, to me, completely asinine, equations and getting more friend requests without getting blacklisted and getting in trouble with Facebook. And the truth is, they're not posting anything of value, which is why people aren't following them and people aren't accepting their friend requests. I can tell you authentically, I have never done that. Akina and I, we do not run social media ads. We've done it maybe once or twice just to, when we first started off, before we really just developed in our personal development and our business development. We don't run Facebook ads. Every like that we have, 99% of our likes, they're organic. And within, our company is only a year old, almost a year old. It's a little bit over a year old. We have almost 10,000 likes on Facebook. Why? Because we focus on providing value to people. And, if there's anything that you take away from this call tonight, what I want you to take away is that your purpose as an entrepreneur, your purpose as someone who's empowered, who's inspired, who wants to teach other people, your purpose is to add value to their lives. And I just want to say, Akina and I, we are qualified to teach and train on social media. We have 25,000 people following us on social media, if you add up all of our followers, and probably even more. And the reason why that we have that is because we focus on value. Akina, I know that, this is really just your thing, and you taught me this. I learned this from you. So what are some ways that people can really figure out what's valuable to their audience and know what to post?
Well, that's a very good question, Jessica. First off, you need to find out where your audience is. That's why I always talk about target, make sure you know your audience, because sometimes your audience may all be on Instagram, and so that may be where you need to be. Sometimes your audience is just on Facebook, and that may be where you need to be. So you definitely need to know where you need to be on all the platforms that your audience are. The reason why I say that is because, you want to make sure they're getting it. You're posting on Facebook and your audience is on Instagram, you're not reaching the people you need to be reaching. So you need to make sure that you're doing the research to make sure you're where you're supposed to be. Once you're where you're supposed to be, first off, as Jessica said, value. Put out value, and not just your value all the time. Put out well-rounded value. That's what I call it, well-rounded value. That means basically, like if you're on Pinterest, you would put 10 pins to your own pin, 10 pins of other people to your own pin. The reason why, it shows that you're well-rounded. It shows that you're in the community. It shows that you're looking at other people and you're not just about yourself. Nobody wants to hear about you all the time. I know that it's your business, wonderful, great, but they also want to know that you are reaching out to the community. When they come to your site, they're going to learn, they're going to know that you're the expert on whatever the subject matter is, and you'll be able to tell them. Prime example, why ETV is what they are, right? Because not only are they posting about the shows they have, they're also posting about who is wearing this and who is doing that. And they're not putting, all that stuff is not on their page, but they're putting it for the surrounding pages to let them know that they are the expert in their field. You need to be well-rounded. You need to be in the know. You need to know what's going on. And that way, you can also build collaboration with that. So when you're posting people, or you're reposting, if we're talking about Instagram, you want to make sure that you are putting out quality. And then you're also introducing quality to your audience, because they will value you more if you are putting out quality content. If you're periscoping, that is very, very important. Periscope about things is going to add value to your people. Do not periscope about what you and Boo and them are doing. No. You want to do periscopes about interesting things that you have found out in the industry. You want to do periscopes about things you're doing in the industry. You want to do periscopes about events in the industry. That way, you will know that you are serving the audience. When they leave you, they will be sharing with their followers, sharing on Twitter, sharing on Facebook now, because now you can share on Facebook. You can, all your content, and be sharing you as an expert. That is what you really want to do. And you want to be known as a person that's going to give value. And that's a lot better than being known as, buy my stuff. You don't want to be known as, buy my stuff. No, you want to be as, that's where I'm going to get information. That's where I'm going to get good content. That's where I'm going to get hot topics. That's what you want to be known for. That's the type of thing you're going to post. And once you get into the flow, into the rhythm, be consistent throughout your platform. Because if you're not consistent throughout your platform, people will get lost in the shuffle. If you are a person who your audience is on Facebook, if they have a friend that is on Instagram and you're on Instagram, they want to be able to refer your friend to Instagram and know that they're going to get the same excellent content that they're receiving on Facebook. If they have a friend that only tweets but wants to share your content with them, they want to know that they're going to get the exact same strong content on Twitter that they're going to get on Facebook because they are referring you. Do not let your audience down by dropping the ball on your posting. They believe in you to the point where they are referring you. So you need to be consistent throughout your boards, throughout your platform, because there are other audiences that your audience is going to help you branch out to if you are consistent. If you're not consistent, if they can't find the same things, if they can't find the same value, then they're going to stop referring you. And you know, as well as me and Jessica know, that referrals, we value a referral, you know, over going to just find things throughout our own business or throughout our own searches. We value that referral. But if the referral is raggedy, we will also remember that. And that tarnishes the reputation of your audience. And we do not want to tarnish our audience reputation. That is definitely not anything we want to do, because we don't want any bad taste. So be consistent and be valuable and have quality. And when you have all these things authentically, that's when you are going to have a powerful social media presence. And then you're going to build a powerful social media community. And then when you build that community, you'll be able to take that relationship from online to offline, and it'll be just as strong, if not stronger. And that's the ultimate goal, to be able to collaborate, to empower, to inspire through the things that you are posting to make somebody else's life better. What are your thoughts on that, Jessica?
Yeah, you know, I really love that, Akina. And that's the thing about it, is that when it comes to social media, it really is about value. It's not only adding value. I mean, it's adding value to people's lives, but it's even, like you said, too, is that you're looking for quality. You want quality leads. And even when it comes to building your business and it comes to people following you, you want people to actually follow you. I can't tell you how many times I see people get tons and tons and tons of followers to their business pages, and nobody's liking or commenting on their content. Well, here's the thing I want to tell you, right? Here's what it takes, and this is, like, really profound. Write this down. Like, stop what you're doing. If you're driving, pull over, write this down. You know what it takes to get followers on social media? Bottom line, a credit card. That's what it takes. It takes a credit card. All it takes is that you put up an ad and people will like your post, that you pay for it. Here's the thing, that doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you, and it doesn't add any value or quality to people's lives. I mean, the goal for social media is it's not like to see who can get the most likes. Like you said, Akina, is you want to create relationships with the people on social media that are following you. You know, you want people to actually subscribe to your content. And like you said, Akina, the way that you're going to do that is not by the latest fad and tips and tricks and sciences and when to post and where to post. I mean, to me, it's completely ridiculous. I hear people say all the time, okay, well, we're going to post between 9 to 11, and you can't post at 11:30 because, people won't like it. I mean, hello, like, this is a global world. There's people following us on every continent. I mean, bottom line is, like, it's a different time zone everywhere you go. Akina and I are in a different time zone. So does it matter if I post at 10 o'clock here when it's 9 o'clock? I mean, there, it doesn't matter. I mean, the bottom line is it's not like a science. You don't have to learn all these, like, crazy things to run a successful campaign on social media. Just add value. And that's when you're going to get quality leads. And Akina talked about really developing your audience. And a lot of people think, well, everybody's my audience. I want everybody to follow me on social media. Well, not everyone's going to follow you. I'm crazy to think that. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to think that everybody's your customer, that everyone's going to follow you. No. I mean, like, I don't want, like, you know, for me, I'm a runner. I am a young professional woman. You know, I have a high level of education. So I'm posting things, you know, that meet those people who are in that realm, people who are entrepreneurs, people who are motivated, people who that live active and energetic lifestyles. This is on my personal page, right? So that's who I want to follow me, because that's who's going to like my content. That's who I'm going to look for content for. You know, I'm not going to look for content for, you know, I'm not going to, when I'm posting links, I'm not going to post links about, like, the latest Chinese buffet opening up in my neighborhood, because I don't live that lifestyle. And people who like that kind of thing are probably not going to be on my social media page anyway. So it's really not about trying to appeal to everyone, because you can't please everyone, but just being authentically you. And being authentically you in a way that you're really adding value to people's lives. And that's when you're going to find people that are quality, that are actually following you. You know, when you really know that you're running a successful social media campaign on a business page is when the same people are commenting and liking on your posts every day. Not when you have 40,000 likes. That person just used a credit card and put an ad up. If no one's liking or commenting, and that's the bottom line. If you really want to know if people have a successful campaign, how many people like their post? How many people comment on their post? And that's how you're going to know if what you're doing is actually affecting people and reaching people. So that's really what it comes down to. It's not really a numbers game in social media. It's not a numbers game. It's about adding value to people's life and really creating quality leads. Akina, what do you have to say on that or add to that?
You know, there are software to help you if you are a stats person. Truth be told, you know, of Instagram, you use Iconosquare. You know, Facebook has its own stats. You know, Twitter has their own stats. I mean, because a lot of people do like to see the stats. A lot of people do like to put them out for ads. They're very helpful for ads. Truth be told. But if you want true engagement, true, authentic following, then you don't need all of that, like Jessica said. You don't. You know, now what I use some of these things for, like Iconosquare, you know, for the Instagram, is they make pictures that show, you know, my favorite tweeters or the ones who, Instagrammers, the ones who are posting more of my stuff or the ones who are really supporting me. I'll put a picture out of them and say, thank you so much for being a supporter. Now that can do true engagement, you know, and it's a good thing to celebrate the people who are supporting me by all means. But, you know, you can use the stats for good. You can use the stats for appreciation. That's what I use them for. But they are not necessarily anything that's going to stop you from running your business successfully on social media. Not by a long shot.
And Akina, I completely agree with you. You have to know your numbers. I'm not telling you not to know your numbers. Know your numbers. And Akina is like Wiz, and she'll tell you what software you should, what apps you should be using. Know your numbers, but don't focus on getting more numbers. Focusing on really attracting more quality people, and the numbers are going to come. And Akina, you're right. The numbers are a reflection, really, of how well you're doing, but you want those numbers to mean something. You know, and that's the bottom line, is that you should be trying to figure out, well, how well am I doing? But the bottom line is that numbers don't mean anything unless you're getting those numbers in a meaningful way. Would you agree?
Oh, yes. That's exactly what I was saying. I said we do have people who do like to use these different platforms. And, you know, that's all well and good. I use the platforms as well, but I use them in a different way. You know, I use them to celebrate. I use them to motivate. I use them, you know, as images to bring, you know, people accolades and kudos. That's what I use them for. But, you know, you always, at the end of the day, don't get caught up in trying to make sure your numbers higher. Get caught up in building quality relationships. Get caught up on having an authentic audience. Get caught up on having people who can be benefited from your product or your service that is getting quality information and that you are sending that out in a quality way. That's what you need to get caught up on, like Jessica was saying. Don't worry about how high your numbers are. There's a lot of people out there that have in the hundreds, but they're bringing in 6 figures. There's people that have 6 figures worth of followers and are bringing in 0. So
or bringing in hundreds, right? Yeah.
Right. So, at the end of the day, don't get caught up in the numbers, because if they are not converting, if they're not going to your website, if they're not going to your list, if they're not buying your product, that's not benefiting your business. Truth be told, worry about the authentic relationships that you're having. Make sure that you're in the right spots that you're supposed to be in to reach the audience that you're trying to reach. There are some people that just say they just want to be on Instagram because that's their jam. That's where they get it. That's where they get that engagement. And they're there and they're blowing up. And so is their business. That's all well and good. Some people have a platform all over the place. They're blowing up. That's good. Some people got platforms all over the place and they're doing nothing, So worry about authentic relationships, because loyalty is what's going to make you stronger. Relationships are what's going to make you stronger. Quality is what's going to make you stronger. Consistency is what's going to make you stronger. And those are the things you need to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely. Akina, I know we have to close this call down, but I just want to give a really, really kind of quick example of social media, in my opinion, gone terribly, terribly wrong. So early on, when I first started in network marketing, what I was told by everyone was just get as many friend requests as you can. And I started to see many, many people wind up in what they call Facebook jail, or they were banned from Facebook. Some of them even had their profiles shut down. And when that happened, they came up, or I don't know to say they are, but someone in particular that I knew, and obviously I'm not going to mention names, but someone I knew had come up with this absolutely ridiculous strategy. This person was in her 30s, and she was young, and she was active, and she was a woman, a single woman, professional woman, a single mother with 2 kids, and she was single, but yeah, she was a mother with 2 kids, and this person has decided she wanted to get as many likes as she can on her Facebook business page. So what she did was she ran an ad, and it was during football season, and she posted a picture of this obese man who was, 2 women on their scantily dressed women under his arms, watching football, playing pool with a Bud Light can. And I think it said something effective like if you like football and beer. And then she ran an ad, and she paid, $20 to start out. I don't know what she paid for it. And she got a ton of likes. Well, you know how many people she brought into her into her network marketing business from the ad? 0. So, and that's really what it comes down to, is that it's really not about getting likes. It's about getting people who want to follow you. And it's really about adding value and really just attracting valuable customers and really those meaningful relationships. And, we just really touched on tonight on really what the purpose of social media is, and some ways that you can really start thinking about it that might be a little bit different than what you might be thinking about it now, and maybe you are already thinking about it. We would love to be able to teach you and train you on everything and anything there is in social media, and we actually are thinking about doing a course in social media eventually. It's something that we have on our back burner we're putting together for you. But what we decided to do is, okay, let's write this out for everybody, because there's no way in this call that we would be able to cover everything that you need to know about how to make and implement all the things we just talked about. So we put together this ebook, and it is really just everything we talked about today. It's going to give you all the tips, all the strategies, and really just an outline of how to make this work, how to actually find valuable content, how to know what to post, going into more detail on how to know what your brand is and who your customer is. And we put this together in an ebook form for you. You know, we love you guys, and we really, truly want you to be successful. We declare over everyone who listens to us their success. We love to hear from you. We love to be able to help you out. And that's why Akina and I have put together this book. When we first decided to put this book together, Akina, we said $9.99 is what we were going to charge for it, right? Initially?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I said, you know what? I said, let's charge less. Let's, cut that in half. And then we decided, you know what? No, we just want to get this information into the hands of as many people as we possibly can. So we have decided that for just $1.99, you are going to be able to get the ebook that we put out, branding yourself, what to do and not to do on social media. We're going to give you everything we can on how that you can really just up your social media and just run a really successful campaign, and not only just get likes and get followers, but get quality leads and quality people who are following what you're doing. And that's only going to be $1.99. In order to really make this accessible to everybody, in order to really reach everyone, what we decided to do is available on our website. And right now that's the only place that we have it, is on our website. So if you want to get this book, ChangingMindsOnline.com, we have a store on there. Right now it's $1.99, and we're going to leave it up there as long as we can. And we're going to continue to put out things like this for you guys because we just really love you. We really want you to be successful, and we want to just bring you the most content that we possibly can. And as we talked about, we really, truly are about adding value to people's lives. So this is our gift for you, to you guys, that for $1.99, you can go get this ebook and just really, we will teach you exactly how we built our social media campaign and what we did. So, and really just, Akina, this is really your gift to everyone because everything I wrote in that book, we wrote this book together, but everything I wrote, I learned from you. So anything you want to add before we close down our call tonight? I know we went a little bit over time.
Oh, no, I just wanted to thank everyone for the support, and I hope that you enjoy the ebook. I know that we took great love and care when we wrote it, and we want to make sure that we are doing the best for you and definitely helping you in your development. So please enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have any clip, you're listening to this, and you know what? And if you're listening to this live, and there may not be a lot of people listening live tonight because I know we had to reschedule. But if you're listening to some podcast, I don't care if you're listening to this today. I don't care if it's a year later, because we are in this for the long haul. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com, Changing Minds Online. Find us on Facebook. If you have questions about social media, post them. We will answer them. We respond to every post on our account, every comment. We respond and we read everything. Akina and I are really, we just love to interact with our customers, with our followers, our fans. So anytime you write to us, one of us will read it and respond to it. So if you have a question about social media, send it to us and we will cover it on and who knows, maybe we'll even make it the topic of our next project for you or our next call. So on that note, thank you, everyone, for your support. We just love you from the bottom of our heart. We just really want you to be successful and just really to see what we see. And what we've seen is that, your life can be truly extraordinary when you take it into your hands and just decide that you get to live the life that you want to live. You get to live life on your terms and that you can really create anything that you want with your life. So on that note, guys, we will see you on Thursday. It's kind of nice that it's Monday. We don't have that much longer until we get to see you guys again. So we love you. God bless. Make it a really, really powerful week. Please don't forget to get our ebook and to get in touch with us and let us know what other questions we can answer for you. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great night, Akina.
Yes, and if you resonate with this call, definitely find us on iTunes, Tuned In, Stitcher, and, of course, YouTube. All right? So good night, everyone.